So what we're going to be doing today is essentially trying to figure out what are some of these key concepts that are barriers, common barriers, not just to students, but most people in competitive domains. And then figuring out how can we leverage those insights to really help us succeed more effectively. What is intelligence, for instance? How would you answer that? In Carol Dweck's work, she finds that mindset, which is this perception or this belief about intelligence or ability, generally falls into one of two categories when you ask people. People either have what's known as a fixed mindset, which is the belief that intelligence or ability is this fixed trait that some people have more or less of, or it's a malleable trait, that it's a quality that you can acquire through effort, strategies, and engagement with a particular difficult situation. An individual with a fixed mindset who is given a hard problem to do now perceives that difficulty as being evidence that they're not smart. Because if they were smart, it should be easy. I should also note that most of the content that I'll be talking about today is not at all relevant to when things go well, that when things are easy, when we are good at things, regardless of what we believe or what our mindsets are able to perform at relatively similar sort of levels if things are going well. And so when you have a fixed mindset and something is hard, that individual, that means that you are not smart, because if you were smart, it would be easy. In contrast, if you view intelligence as something that's acquired through effort, you almost yearn to be pushed and struggle a little bit because you know that that's exactly how intelligence works. Smart people actually are psychologically okay with not knowing, that they are comfortable with being uncomfortable, that they are comfortable knowing that they have to seek out the resources that are out there and ask questions and raise their hands and be wrong. And that's exactly the essence of what being smart is all about. It's not a trait, it's a behavior and a disposition. That if you can learn to be okay with not being psychologically okay, with not being comfortable, that in itself is the basis for exactly what smart people do. They talk to their teachers. They work in peer groups to figure out how they can find out more of the content that they need to know in order to achieve the goals that they have. If they were dissuaded or discouraged by the anxiety that is demanded of the frontiers of our ability. So anytime we learn something new, we are pushed to that frontier, that boundary where we don't yet know something. That's what learning is. And if you want to be smart, you have to be okay living in that space. Embracing it is the basis for how you can become a smarter person by continually putting yourself in that space. When it comes to mindsets, our beliefs about intelligence and ability, that we all have a mixed combination of both fixed and growth mindset in various domains. Now, I live and breathe this stuff. I make my career off this content and this knowledge. I practice it as often as I can, and yet I still have fixed mindsets. Does that mean that I'm not doing my job, that I'm not effective? No, it just means that we all have them. We all have both fixed and growth.